Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Tonight, I want to talk about our July stock pick. What we did, how we got there, and how that's going to help us. Now, for those of you that don't know, I dollar cost average in the market. I have two accounts. I have one with Robinhood, one with Webull. The one with Webull is my account. The one with Robinhood is the ministry account. We put $400 a month in my account and $200 a month in the ministry account. Now, by the time the first of the month gets here, I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm looking for, what I'm going to do, because I watch it throughout the month. And I only watch it for 5 minutes a day, but it's enough to get an idea on what each stock is doing, and I do keep track of it on paper. Now, when the first of the month comes, the first thing I do is I go through and I check each one of the stocks that I currently own to see if any of them have dropped enough for me to buy the dip. Because if I can do that, those stocks have already proven themselves to me. I'm not taking additional risk, and I'm going to buy them at a lower price. I also do the same with crypto. Now, I said last month that we sold the Dogecoin, or as I call it, the douche coin, in my account. So my account has no crypto, but we still own Ethereum over in the ministry account. The next thing I do is throughout the month, I pick up stock tips from different places, different programs I watch, and I keep a list. And as the month progresses, I do my research on each one of these, and I decide whether it's a keep or go right on the spot. I don't waste a lot of time on it. Now there's a lot of things to look at, but there are some that I look at closer than others. I look at the price to earnings ratio. I look at the dividend return. I look at the type of stock it is. There's just maybe 5 or 6 key things that I look at to make a determination when the first of the month gets here. Now, once I've got the information on the stocks, let's say I've narrowed it down to 10 stocks through the month that meet all the criteria that I'm looking for. Now, by the time the first of the month gets there, I need to decide what's my best option. Do I buy a dividend stock? Do I buy growth stock? Do I buy a combination? Do I buy an experiment? Do I buy crypto? What is the best move? When I make that move, the stock pretty much picks itself, because it's rare that you're going to find 2 good growth stocks in the same month. Well, that wasn't true right after the pandemic, because everything was a great buy and everybody looked like a stock genius. But once I picked a reason for the stock almost picks itself. Okay, so we've checked our stocks, we've checked our crypto, we've gone through the process, we've checked our new stocks, we've made our reasons, and so the stock pick for July for my account, we spent $400 on Orchid Island Capital. Orchid Island Capital. Now, some things, I'll tell you some quick numbers here. The dividend rate is 14.24%. Now, you might say, well, that means the stock is risky. And as a general rule, I would agree with that. However, on real estate investment trust and specialty finance companies, which this falls under, they are required by law to give out a percentage of their money. So when I see high dividend rates on finance companies and real estate investment trust, I don't give it a whole lot of attention. But then I go to the next thing and I look at that one, and that's the price to earnings ratio. Now, as a general rule, what you're looking at when you look at price to earnings, you take the company's earnings, okay, and you divide it by the price of the stock. Now, as a general rule, around 20% or lower is a good deal. All right? The lower it is, the better the deal, which means the stock is cheaper compared to the money that it's making. So if you have a PE ratio of 20, again, as a general rule, that says that the company is probably close to maximizing its profits, and it's right where it needs to be in the growth phase. This particular PE ratio is 5.02, which means this stock is a bargain. Now this stock also has been around since 2010, so it's got 10 or 11 years under its belt. We bought it at around $5 a share. I didn't get the exact amount, but it closed today at $5.24. So we bought it under that, but not by much. So that was our stock buy. For my account, we put $400 into there, and the numbers look really good. I'm really excited about this stock. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Now, let's go to the ministry account where we've got $200 that we're going to invest here. Again, we go through the same process. On all of the stocks that are available there, I try to put the same stocks on both accounts, but there are some stocks you can't get on Robinhood that you can on Webull and vice versa, so there are some differences. But as a general rule, I try to keep them the same. But anyway, you go through and you check for the dip on your stocks. You check for the dip on the crypto. Then you go through the stocks that you've picked for the month, and you look at the price, you look at the trends, you look at the type of stock. Once you've got all of your information, then you go through and prioritize what you're looking for that month. Are you looking for dividend, growth, combination, crypto? What is it you want? Once you make that decision, again, the stock will pretty much pick itself. Now, I didn't buy any stock. I bought the dip on Ethereum. And here's why. I had bought Ethereum on 5/7, and when I bought it at $3,524. Okay, that meant my average cost was $3,524. For the month of July, I bought it at $1,829. Dang, not quite half, but almost. So by buying an additional $200 at $1,800 instead of $3,500, that lowered my average cost in Ethereum to $2,412. What that means is it increased my profit when I sell from $3,500 to $2,400 is the difference in profit. My average cost went down, so when I sell, my profit will be higher. That's the benefit of buying the dip, and the dip was big enough here in Ethereum that I went ahead and bought the dip. Well, that's what we did. That's how we got there. In my account, again, Orchid Island Capital had a dividend rate of 14.24%, a PE ratio of 5.02%, or 5.02. I think this is going to end up being a great buy. I bought it as an experiment because we got rid of the crypto, the douche coin. So I bought this as an experiment, mainly because the dividend rate was so high. I just felt like the combination of the dividend rate being so high and it being such a bargain and the company being around for 10 or 11 years, I felt like this was a pretty safe bet. And I think once things start opening up and there's more loans being made and the interest rates go up, I think this thing's got a lot of room to grow. So I think if it goes like I think, this one's going to be around a while, and I might even get to buy the dip another month or two before it starts to go up. So that was our pick. And now, I'm going to try to do this twice a month. In the middle of the month, I'm going to bring you up to speed on the stocks that I'm watching. and bring you some numbers. And I'm going to do a video here in the next couple of days. I came up with the form to keep track of all the numbers, and I'll tell you why. Because I would go through my list of 10 or 15 stocks and I couldn't remember why they were there, what their big draw was, and I had to go through and research them each and every time, and it wore me out. So what I did is I drew up a form. I had one of the girls in the office put it on a computer and do all that fancy stuff to it. And now when I research it, I just go through and fill it out, and I keep it next to my list on my desk. And so as I research it, now all I have to do is go through and check the price and the trend for the last 2 or 3 months. Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I hope this helps you in your stock pick. And if you want to come along with us, one more time. We bought the dip on Ethereum, and if you want to buy it, it looked like it took a big jump today. So watch it close, and the next time it takes a dip down, go in and buy it. And Orchid Island Capital. I'd get in there and get it now because it's a bargain. Well, you guys have a great week and happy investing.